Record. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? I had to give him 3. Welcome to episode 1 of the Real Big 3 Podcast. This is the most experienced pod you ever seen that only got 1 episode. Yes, my nigga, I know we changed our name, so we restarting the number count because I don't know how many episodes No Feelings Venus got. So we starting fresh. We got number 1. And y'all know the rule. If you don't know 5 lines, you can't come on. If you don't know, if my speaker even gonna work, damn, my speaker just never mind. I tried that, didn't work. So
you can't be starting off. This is
oh shit. It's okay, we're gonna salvage it. It's all right. We're gonna salvage. Welcome to episode 1 of the Real Big 3 Podcast. We got you know him. You probably rented one of his cribs before. You know, probably sent some money to his PayPal, maybe his Cash App. I don't know how he moving money nowadays. But y'all know him. Top Floor Tony is in the building. What's up, man? How you doing?
He said the rest of 2020 he only taking cash.
Hey, nah, don't take that cash. That cash got Corona on it. I would not take nobody's cash.
Definitely not taking nobody's cash.
He all about dirty money.
Hey, yo.
Don't listen to the man that's with the child and shit.
Hey, yo.
No, I'm probably the most reasonable nigga here.
I doubt it.
Hey, man.
I got a kid. You gotta be reasonable.
You the only nigga I know with a child that'll throw all this shit away.
Don't say that.
Hey, yo.
Hey. I definitely ain't the only nigga you know. Well, I might be the only nigga you know. But,
hey, man. Hey, Top Floor.
I've been telling me he gonna die about his respect for 20 years.
I don't know that nigga.
Nigga get hella kids.
Hey, man. Hey, T.
I don't know Clifford.
Hey, but how you doing this? How you doing this week, Top Floor? How's it going? Everything good?
Top Floor.
I'm shocked.
We gotta get my man's logo made. TFT.
I need that on the t-shirt, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm just shocked whenever we record, like, you don't see, like, the maids in the background and shit, and, like, the personal bartender, like Drake got. Like, a nigga said, make me some wine, don't just bring me some wine. Like, my nigga, go in the kitchen and make that shit.
He said, make me a wine. He said, a wine. Nigga different. Tony put all, he sent all his helpers to lunch and shit.
That's not
dinner.
Damn, you paying for dinner breaks, too?
My helpers.
Hey, yo.
Oh, no, he said, yeah, dessert on me tonight.
Nigga got the happiest Jeffries on the block.
Low key.
I definitely ain't got no Jeffries. I ain't got no Daves. I ain't got none of them niggas.
Oh, we got
I'm B&B'ing it up.
Oh,
man. The B&B God.
Oh, here we go. Special guest alert. Special guest alert.
You ready to go to sleep, huh?
Hey, man, that's the perfect way to introduce Dad of the Year. We got the Dad of the Year in the building. How you doing, man? How's the daughter?
We good. Y'all see her. She looks sleepy, but it's all good.
She like, get this camera out my face.
The real star of the show.
She acknowledging all. Oh, yeah, you ready to go to sleep. Good night.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, that's how you went. That's how the Dad of the Year intros, man. That was nice. We need that.
That might be a highlight clip.
That's a fact. We get, people say we a little questionable, some of the things we say on this show. So that was a really nice.
They say y'all a little questionable.
Nigga said we. Nigga said we.
All right, we'll be honest then. Hey, niggas say we're a little questionable, but that's a nice moment though,
Yeah, what? Only niggas that say that about me is y'all. Everybody else has said about y'all and not me.
No, that's some bullshit.
Especially you.
That's definitely bullshit.
You definitely ain't the nigga to talk, Justin.
But niggas know I'm questionable, and I have never strayed away from that. I have never strayed away from I say the shit.
It's the difference.
What's the difference?
Yep. I haven't once came on here and lied.
You think I've come on here and lied?
Yep.
When have I lied?
We ain't gonna say you might have stretched the truth.
When have I stretched the truth? Because I don't respond on Twitter, and let me be clear here, I don't respond. but I do see what goes on. And I know when niggas start talking about me. I was on a vacation minding my motherfucking business. And niggas just got, and man, we're going to address that today. It's all good. It's all good. I didn't want to say it on Twitter. I was enjoying my vacation. We here today. We are here. I got energy. This is episode 1, man. We are here. We're going to make this a show to remember.
That shit was funny.
Hey, yo. Hey, so shout out to y'all, man. I'm your host, Justin. Like I said, this is episode 1 of The Real Big 3. I'm going to start and let y'all kind of take over. So the reason for the name change is because we wanted to. It's real simple. We were discussing, this was probably about 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, possibly changing the name, changing up the logo. It was just a matter of what we wanted to make the name. We did have a couple. Some obviously did not make the final cut. And then we came up with the Real Big 3. I want to say this was like early last week or a week and a half ago, somewhere around that time. And that's because if you look back to when we first started talking or started hanging out, well, not hanging out, but just started talking to be on Xbox, it was 2009, 2010. And so obviously that was the start of the Big 3 era, quote unquote, in the NBA. I guess you can make a case 2008 would be the first year. But in that time, but we don't count the Celtics. We don't count the Celtics. We don't acknowledge them here on this podcast.
Man,
So
keep it a bit. Outside of that one championship, what else did they really accomplish?
Hey, we here today.
Hey, now listen, Tony, that ain't no Celtics disrespect. I'm saying like compared to us.
Hey, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm saying compared to like the work I done put in out here.
Hey, wait over. Nigga went for compared to us and was like, yo, you see what I've been doing?
Yo.
This nigga just tried to mic to us Jackson 5. He was like, hey, y'all was nice, but like, you see me?
I've been told y'all niggas, I'm glad it's not y'all the pimps.
Hey, America, y'all hear the disrespect? I just want y'all to know. Y'all hear the disrespect? You hear the way this nigga talk, man?
Y'all the refugees to my Lauryn Hill.
Hell no.
We gonna fight through the Zoom chat. We gonna fight through the Zoom chat. I promise you.
Yeah. Y'all niggas the boys to my heavy D.
Hey, nigga. Anyway.
Imagine just being the boys.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Hey, man. Wale, you missing out. I've
been having to talk myself out of getting crazy on Twitter. Because we know the type of shit you respond to, nigga.
Hey, no, that's the wild shit. I'm just waiting for that because Tony's kept it really like nice, classy, PG. Like he's got really good responses while they tweet something. Like he's posting the link. He's like, "Yo, bro, we trying to get flowers," and I'm like, "Yo, I know Will about to spaz out."
It's only a matter of time before Will just at this nigga like your shit is wet.
Just for him to respond and then have Tony come in with the link.
Hey, yo.
Gotcha.
Oh,
he gonna be ready to ignore that shit again. No, these niggas trying to praise me again. Let me get the fuck away from these niggas.
Oh, but yeah, man. So that's why
Shout out to Wale, because if it was anybody else, I probably would have been dead. But I fuck with you.
Hey, that's wild.
That is kind of wild, but not really.
That ain't really wild.
Not really though.
You just told the niggas like, "Hey, yo." What Carlos M say? He's like, I know when I go off on your ass, you deserved it because I walked back about 100 of them before that.
No bullshit.
like
man, if I screenshot y'all these drafts I got,
man, damn, nigga got it in the drafts.
God damn, you got them bitches talking like.
I'm lying. I ain't never drafted up a tweet that I ain't seen.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, man. So this is episode 1 of the Real Big 3 podcast.
Introduce yourself.
I said I'm the host. I ain't shit Justin. That's my moniker. I'm rocking with it.
I don't know if we could just let you get that off.
They ain't shit. What? How? How is that getting that off? Saying that I'm ain't shit, Justin?
We determined that, nigga.
All right, what y'all? What? So what's my name then? What's gonna be my moniker?
We'll let you know at a later date.
Oh, thank you.
Nigga said to be determined.
Hell yeah.
TBD. Nigga talk about next production meeting.
We were supposed to come up with that during pre-production, but I was having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Hey man.
Like I literally had my shit set up early today. I was like, I had my shit set up probably like 15 minutes before just for like all this shit to be stupid.
Hey man. It goes like that with technology sometimes. So where we want to start? We want to start with I got a funny story. We want to start with some celebrity shit that's just kind of funny / wild. Or those are only two options for right now as far as the starting point.
Oh no. What do you want to start with, Tony? I kind of want to start with some funny celebrity shit.
I want to know what's the funny celebrity shit.
So,
because I mean, it's been a few weeks since we recorded too. So I mean, it's like I don't think have we even talked about the T.I. and 50 shit on here at all, or was that all text?
That's I think all text. I think there is a brief mention. No. Oh no. I remember that. All right, so that's actually a good point. So our last episode.
Did we?
I don't think
not our last episode. This is our first episode. Remember that episode 1.
The last episode we might have mentioned it when T.I. first called him out, but like this might have been before 50 responded.
Yeah. Well, we did a hypothetical. So
I think
50 was a part of our hypotheticals, and it was funny. We actually matched. We went down a list, right? So T.I. was one of the names on there, but we ended up naming like 6 or 7 people after we were done with the whole Jadakiss one.
I think we were talking about like how 50 would fare up in one of those battles, and I was kind of like, so we can get into it.
Yeah. So this one's funny because this one has nothing to do with music, which is like the funniest shit about it. Like we did a whole bunch of talking on the last episode of that other podcast that Jadakiss was a music conversation. It was like, how good is he musically? Then 50 got brought up in hypotheticals against other people. And then I believe literally the next day, which is 50's birthday, which you wild for calling nigga out like that on his birthday. Like you couldn't have waited until like the following day. But hey man, T.I. called out.
Ain't a better day than to be like, I want to fight a nigga than on his birthday.
Nah, you got to let me have that. Like, if you want to fight me, like, fight me the day after my birthday.
No, fuck that.
50 probably the nigga to do it. So it don't really matter. It's like 50 is like it don't matter when you do it. Anybody else, you probably leave that nigga alone on his birthday. 50, it probably don't matter.
And
one thing niggas realize about 50, he gonna get to you eventually.
That's a fact. And you could be doing shit nothing to do with 50, but 50 loves being a troll on Twitter. So T.I. calls it 50, and
like I always say, man, if a nigga shoot me 9 times and I live,
no, that's a fact. T.I. calls it 50 Cent, saying, "Yo, let's do the verses," and then we were discussing in group text as far as like, all right, who would win, blah blah blah. I'm gonna start off with a different angle though, which is musically. I said if it was just music, T.I. has a really strong argument, and then I ended up taking this back because I went backwards, or I'm sorry, I went forwards first, then went backwards. So I thought like all albums, like first album on, T.I. wins that. Then I was like, all right, well now you got to go just first 2 albums 50 and backwards, and I was like, yo, 50's tough if we're only doing 20 songs, because I could pull damn near 20 just from that. I don't have to play a single song damn near past the Massacre, and I could get 20.
I think the thing too is like it's only 20 songs. 20 songs ain't a lot of songs.
That's
when you think about it. So it's like we ain't talking like the conversation ain't like who we feel like got like a better catalog of music really.
Nah,
because it's like T.I. got like a strong argument. For some people, it might be clear like T.I. might be clearly the answer as far as that, but it's like if you talk about just playing 20 songs.
20 songs changes a lot, which is why like the catalog, because yes, T.I. as a whole has just it's a far bigger catalog than 50 because 50 stopped caring about music and
50 made power.
50 got to a certain 50 started looking at his bank account before going to the studio, and it showed when he was recording. Like this nigga went in.
We acting like 50. See, that's the problem though. We acting like 50 dropped like whack ass music. Like
it wasn't.
You
it's
put
not
it
whack.
on the scale. You put it on the scale because Curtis by itself is a fire album. But if you comparing Curtis to Get Rich or Die Trying, then it's like of course it's gonna come up short.
No, correct, but like, how would you put it? When 50, I'm saying 50's own 50 stopped caring about music before T.I. stopped caring about music. Is that fair?
But T.I. never stopped caring about music.
Niggas
stopped caring about T.I.'s music.
That's the thing, and that's all I'm saying. If we're just discussing entire catalogs, 50 hasn't put serious interest into music. You could argue the majority of the 2010s, if not all of them, where T.I. was still very active, very prominent, was still very focused. The music was his number one goal. That's really all. I'm not throwing shade at 50. I'm just saying in terms of how long they cared about music. And by the way,
this ain't no disrespect to him, but I mean he could take it either way. What's the last T.I.
Nigga said you can take it however you want.
What's the last T.I. album that dropped that niggas was like, I need to hear that new tip?
That's
and he said he ain't saying like the last one that you fucked with. He's saying like when niggas was like, yeah, I need to hear that new tip.
And I promise you got to go back a good 8.
Okay, so can I counter that with something? With
Sure.
Not just okay, so let me count up with two things actually. Is A, when was last 50 album when niggas was like, yo, I gotta hear what 50 saying on this? And then I would argue with most of T.I.'s albums outside of King, Paper Trail to a degree, T.I. is, at least to me, it's more of a reflection, not an anticipation. You're not like hyped to hear T.I., but once you hear him and you're like, yo, like, because T.I.'s last album was dope, but it didn't have any hype around it. But T.I. put out a dope project, was that a year and a half ago? I think it was end of 2018, early 2019. T.I. put out a great album.
Dime Trap?
Yeah.
Like, but to counter that, I say, niggas never was hyped to hear what 50 talking about because of the music. Niggas was always hyped to hear what 50 talking about because it's 50.
Absolutely.
So now that anticipation goes from, damn, I'm trying to hear what 50 talking about on his record to, damn, I'm trying to hear what 50 talking about on his Instagram.
Like, the thing is, like, people fell in love with, like, 50 as, like, a person more than they did.
Absolutely.
Like, so it's like that just naturally made the music connect because everybody was so invested in just 50.
Absolutely.
So and that's always gonna be like T.I. He got the music side of it, but I don't think like just as a person or personality, like niggas don't love T.I. the way they love 50. No, that's wild when you think about all the shit T.I. do versus like the shit 50 does. The shit T.I. do is like it's wild. The niggas love 50 more than they love T.I.
No, that's a fact.
Because like literally, like we'll get to that shit later.
Yeah, T.I. does a lot. T.I. is in like, if you could pull up like my entire history and listen to music and like people I've listened to the most, T.I. is probably in my top 10. T.I. I've probably listened to more than 50 Cent. But like the two deciding factors are like I said, if it's only 20 songs, I get just 50, I get the G Unit tapes, the G Unit album, and the first 250 albums. I'm getting 20 songs that is beating 97, 98% of people. And then secondly, T.I. killed it when I was.
Hey, what is niggas gonna play to go against Stunt 101?
Like I said, what T.I. gonna play? T.I. gonna play when they play Mini Man.
No, hey man, and I'm about to say some of the blasphemous shit real quick, and I know Tony gonna hate me for this because he was killing me for my.
What T.I. gonna do on Clickety Clank? Come on, when you say Clickety Clank.
Oh shit.
Many Men is like one of the that's like a top 3 to 5 like hip hop hook ever. That song is a hold on, hold up. I'm just saying that like that is like because go listen to Many Men, and I'm saying this now. Go listen to Many Men.
Regardless of how you feel about that, T.I. out here trying to down a swagger like us here.
Okay, yeah, no. If swagger like us, swagger like us is a loss.
What don't hold up about Many Men though?
Just the verses. I was because I listened to Many Men literally because what's the song on Pop Smoke's album? It's the one where he flips
Got
Many
it
Men.
on me?
Yeah. Okay, so I was listening to that and I was like, damn. All right, and I wanted to hear back to back, right? So got it on me, and the Many Men back to back. Many Men, the hook is legendary, it's iconic, and it's an instant win. I'm not saying that. It beats, I don't know what T.I. plays necessarily to even get it like to tie to that song.
I'm the poster child for violence. I'm the boy in the poster. When them shots start to ring, I'm the one with the toaster. What you talking about?
Nah, it's just
what you talking about?
As a whole, that shit doesn't hold. Because Got It On Me was a better song. Many Men is just not. Many Men is iconic, and Many Men is.
That's like one of those things, though. That's because that's like today's version of it. So it's like it's gonna be easy to say like.
And Many Men and 50's music as a whole. 50's the only person that could have his catalog, because if he was just saying it without the actual story behind it, 50's music does not hit the same.
A lot of niggas' music don't hit the same.
but that's true.
But you're basically saying that niggas fuck with it more because he live his raps.
No, absolutely. That's no, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying though. If you're not viewing,
oh no, go ahead, Joe. My bad.
Like, if you're not viewing it in that light, and I'm just saying, just simply from a song, then like, God, how do you? Okay.
I'm about to say because it's not really a good hypothetical though.
let me put it.
Because part of what if I know a nigga really living his raps, like yeah, that's gonna add to me liking the music.
Correct. So let me put it this way, and I'm saying this in a.
Especially when it's a nigga like 50 that has like had real street beef for like guys that's doing like life sentences type shit.
Absolutely. So and I need to say this. I need to preface this the best way I can because it's not meant to be disrespectful. I'm pulling an analogy. This is not meant to be like not even jokingly. Like I'm not no jokes whatsoever right now. Okay. Will, don't make me laugh because I'm gonna sound wild if I laugh throughout any of this. Like that shit it's just gonna sound nuts. So it was hard, at least in my experience, and it was very weird. And I really like Pop Smoke's album, but it was hard and weird to hear some of the stuff he was saying, considering the outcome. And like it's weird and like beyond just being sad about like him not being here anymore, it's weird to hear a song and hard to hear a song about, yo, I'm gonna empty this clip out, like y'all can't get me, like I'm gonna fuck this shit up. Knowing what happened. And in that...
But that's the tragic irony, though.
That's correct. So, but when you're just listening as like a song itself, I don't know, man. It was...
I guess that's what we differ, because I don't remember the last song I listened to, like, just for the song itself. Like I probably don't even listen to niggas like just to listen to their music. Like I'm listening to it for a purpose, I guess.
And that's fair. And I'm saying all this, by the way, I had 50 winning. Like it's just I have a weird angle at the way I have 50 winning. Because T.I. also went and spent the next week being like the corniest dude on Instagram.
Oh yeah, he's been trying to tell niggas why he made the 1-800 tips video. He spent the next week just trying to tell niggas, yo, I'm tough. Like, y'all just don't know me. Like, nigga, we know who you are. You talking about, I remember this day like it was yesterday when I pulled up on Lil Flip.
I'm like, he posted this shit with like him and Game getting into it with the cops. Like, my nigga, like.
I remember that video. That was wild.
I remember that shit too. And it's only wild because like all of that shit ain't helping. Like, him posting all that shit ain't helping his argument at all. It's making shit worse.
It's absolutely making shit worse.
50 ain't had to say shit.
That's why it speaks to, gosh.
50 playing chess out here.
it speaks to when like T.I. talked about 50 and like he had to keep bringing up like, yo, nobody's scared of you, nobody's scared of you, nobody's scared of you. Like, my nigga, if you have to keep saying nobody's scared of you.
Okay,
Somebody's scared of somebody.
He trying to convince himself.
Somebody's scared of somebody.
He's like, I ain't scared of you.
They always say you say something so many times you might start to believe it.
Like, yo, it's just like.
But you hear somebody upstairs and shit, Tony? You up there looking all around?
No, I was trying to see upstairs. I was trying to see my vent was closed.
Hey, which one?
Right there, y'all came back from lunch early? Or dinner? Y'all back from dinner early.
Hey, yo.
Oh, no, man. And that's why it's like, it's fucked up to see because it's like, man, like, it's fucked up when you see somebody like T.I. like looking out here looking crazy like that because he's trying to like
I said, man, when you see niggas you thought was solid all on Instagram doing these videos and shit, they look so corny now.
It's T.I. is the epitome of a dude like you could have, and your reputation is different from 50, and 50's reputation is like from what he did, especially in that like consolidated window of time, like it's probably 1A and there's probably not a 1B really to it. But T.I. has a resume, a catalog, and just an experience where like you let that shit speak for itself.
And like, it's like you like if you ever had a year where you were the guy in your sport, like hold that. And T.I. has that. T.I. arguably has multiple of those. So for him to try to be convincing niggas of how street he is and gangster he is, like it's so stupid to me. Like because we know what you've done in the street, bro. Like that's cool. We don't really care anymore.
Like you 40-some years old, you a dad, like I said in the text, that's like Hov dropping a song tomorrow saying, I sold more crack than all you niggas. Like
that's your Hov dropping a record tomorrow talking about how many bricks he's sold, well, how many bricks he still sell. Like that's the equivalent to that.
Yeah. Like we know who you are, you got a reputation, you a legend, you made all this money, like you've done it. And yeah, do the 10 and 13-year-olds on Instagram know or care? No, but they ain't gonna know or care. The 10 to 13-year-old on Instagram probably don't know or care that much about 50. And he's not going out there every couple years being like, yo, y'all know I got shot 9 times.
But if he did though.
Hey, Tony's like, I'm here for this content.
If he did though. No, because I'm just saying, like when I did like 50 coming back out into the mainstream, like after he got shot and shit, I remember that was a moment, like because that was before the internet, so all you had was like magazines and just niggas in the hood, like yo, he got shot 9 times, like what you mean he got shot 9 times?
Like it's crazy, like because it's like you got, like he said, you ain't had the internet and shit, so just think about like that shit, like just traveling from fucking New York to
city
fucking
to
Chicago,
city,
to the West Coast to like.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
And if you were, excuse me, remember, man, and that was when you had to go buy CD. Everybody had to get Rich or Die Trying CD.
50 personality too big for T.I. to be in that room with him.
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna lie to like, because all I can see now is T.I. being extra, trying to measure up to that shit and just like looking stupid as fuck.
50's real life smart. He's not internet smart.
And that's the difference, because it's like, and I think we've been kind of talking about this a little bit, like Reese, like as smart as T.I. come off, like niggas starting to realize T.I. ain't really as smart as he be saying.
Nah, T.I. definitely not as smart. T.I. don't even come off as smart. T.I. comes off as like
he come off as a nigga that was locked up reading a dictionary.
That's a fact.
Nigga read the Quran once.
Yeah, bro. Niggas up in there reading the Webster edition and shit.
Nigga made a kufi in prison, said, "Watch me."
Imagine if T.I. came out on some Muslim shit.
That's the wild shit, because T.I. ain't do shit but start come out using words niggas ain't never heard before. Nigga just told him he was smart and shit.
That's a fact.
Now we watch this nigga for a week be dumb on the internet.
That's a fact. Hey man, if you a 40-plus-year-old rapper and you got a reputation, live with that. You don't gotta remind anybody. Everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows what you've done, and you're not impressing the new kids.
I just got done watching 50 throw tables and chairs at a nigga.
But 50's really like that though. But that's not 50 being on the internet though. There's a difference if niggas catch you out in public and like that's who you really are, and they just catch you in the middle of who you really are.
You ain't gonna hear 50 talking about it. Like let some shit like that would have happened to T.I. He would have been posted. He would have been reposting clips for the next week.
That's a fact. Not a fact. Hey, T.I.
About send me that video that y'all took of me.
T.I., you still a legend. You still great, bro. Just stop.
I don't know, man, because you know how he's still a legend and he's still no, but you remember
Nigga almost revoked his legend card. Like, man, I don't know about that one no more.
Nigga almost did him like he did. Nigga almost did him like he did Nunu.
Hey, but no,
he's like, give me my shit back.
No, but y'all remember last year when we was recording and we was talking about like how Eminem spot changed because he started doing all that wild shit, man. You keep wilding out here, man. Yo, you might drop a few spots.
You fall a few spots.
No, it's up. And that's fair, but that's why I use the word legend, not like a rank. Like,
no, and that's why I said like your legend status can't be taken away. But it's like you're gonna be a legend, but it's gonna be like he a legend.
You a legend the same way fucking Gary Payton is.
Yo, I swear, Gary Payton, and as like a diehard like sports person who was like I used to come home from school and like I would be on NFL.com, NBA.com, MLB.com. Like I was the nigga like trying to search up like what niggas did in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Yo, Gary Payton is like the hardest person if you gotta really understand like defense to like Gary Payton's hard to prove like, yo, this is one of the nicest niggas on the court because nothing looks like it.
Like I forgot who said it. I forgot. I was watching something and they was like GP wasn't Kenny Smith. He was on Bill Simmons. He's like GP wasn't gonna give you 45 or some shit like that, but he was always gonna give you 16, 7, and 8. He was gonna give you 17, 7, and 7. Like it was real consistent.
Yeah, he's just
See, but that's why, because it's like those like today and shit, like a stat line like that, niggas don't even think that's like a crazy stat line today.
No, that's a fact.
And like, but even today, it's like if you get a nigga like that, like with a stat line like that on your team, it's like that's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's Drew Holiday. The niggas think he like the best kept secret in the league.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Hey man, to end the TI-50 conversation real quick, and I thought this was kind of interesting. We don't got to spend a lot of time on it.
Who got the better movie? And tell me why it's T.I.
What you mean between Get Rich or Die Trying and ATM?
Yeah.
It's T.I. and because of LL. So
T.I.
You ain't talking about James Todd. I respect it.
Hey, anyway. T.I. came out and I think it was an interview, but it ended up on his Instagram, so I don't know who he was interviewing. It was just his part of it. And he said he deserves a seat at the table of like hip hop's hierarchy, right? So he was like, you got to put me at the same table you put Hove, that you put Kanye, that you put Wayne, he said, I'm in that same exact class. And once again, you are a legend. We are not taking that away from you.
Give him number Tumbo.
There you go. But so if we had a hypothetical dinner, right, and like niggas got to sit at certain tables, who should be sitting at T.I.'s table? And let's say it's 5 to a table, right? So you got a dinner guest, you got 5 to a table. Who should be sitting at T.I.'s table?
I mean, the way shit looking, him and Kanye closer than they realize. I agree, and that's the only one that like I don't have Kanye at that table that he was talking about. Like Kanye's not at the same table as Hov for me or Wayne.
I'll put Ross at T.I.'s table.
That's good. I agree with that one. That would be like an actual good versus, because those are two like catalog niggas who have like a number one hit. No, how y'all gonna shake me up?
It ain't like shaking you off. Like,
man,
the idea sound good until you start like playing songs in your head, and then it's like,
and until you hear them lush ass beats coming from Ross's live, it's different, man. Until you hear them Justice League beats going up against them DJ Tune beats, it's different.
So okay, and I'm gonna say, I'm not here to shit on. I don't want to shit on Ross. Ross is not, and I don't think he's gonna do it at all. Ross, once again, is a catalog dude who is not just smoking everybody in the best of 20. I think Ross has been elevated. Hey, Ross has been elevated into like this, and I love Ross. I fuck with Ross. But he's been elevated into this like, yo, he is like that's one niggas people don't want to call out. Like, yo, that's one the dude. He's gonna be bodying people. Like,
I don't think I ever felt like that about Ross.
Like Ross has a dope catalog, but Ross don't just got 20 records he pulling out and niggas are going, damn, like after song after song after song.
I guarantee you Ross got that. I promise you. I guarantee.
Even against him and T.I. got just as many.
Especially if it's against T.I. No, he don't. If we talk about names, cool. But if we talking about like a feeling you get from these records,
that's why it's like.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, as great a rapper as T.I., as I feel like T.I. is, because T.I., like, it was a point in time when T.I. was my favorite rapper. But like for me personally, it's like this versus shit is like about like for me it's a feel thing. So it's like how I feel when a nigga rapping. Like when a nigga start talking whatever shit he talking. Like when T.I. rapping, it's like, yeah, this nigga can rap, but it's like I ain't really feeling the shit he talking about like that. But it's like when Raw started rapping that shit, you think you got more money than what you do.
Ah, man.
Nigga, how you ready to go get some filter fish?
See, so I'm tired.
nigga, had you ready to buy McDonald's?
Yeah. I said that, like, name a nigga that's romanticized lemon pepper wings more than Ross.
Like T.I., it's niggas out there that T.I. could put up a fight against and T.I. could beat. It's niggas out there that T.I. could blow out the water. But he is getting rolled.
He be another nigga that's like
he's not getting we're not gonna say he's getting rolled by Ross. I'm not going there. He's not getting rolled over by Ross. But I do believe T.I. and Ross sit at the same table in the hip hop hierarchy conversation.
Oh, no, I agree with that.
They sit at the same table.
I think like for the verses for like T.I., he need to battle a nigga that like
from just a music standpoint probably, but like when it comes to that low key when they come to the culture, like Ross probably passing T.I. at this point. Because when we think about T.I.'s greatest contribution to the culture, we think about trap music. And when we think about trap music, T.I. is probably number 3 when we think about trap music. And he might be falling down that list the longer time go on.
But you don't give anything to being like
from a trap music fan.
So and I won't deny his spot. I think he is.
Yeah, wild man. He letting Gucci and Jeezy live their best life out here. They out here getting in shape.
That's really the only problem.
He's getting in shape and happy relationships and shit.
That's the only nigga out here trying to fight Floyd Mayweather.
Hey, that's the point though. You don't even need a song. Like my nigga, I swung on the world. I swung on the world champ was a point.
That could be a point against any nigga except 50.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Floyd done interviews talking about like him and 50 was like scrapping before. So you know, T.I. might have snuck a hit in like 50 was scrapping with this nigga.
Imagine 50 picking Floyd up by his ankles, shaking him upside down.
like red on fucking 5 heartbeats, hanging out the window and shit. But I think T.I. like I don't know who I feel would be a good matchup for T.I. But it's like I feel like T.I. could battle a nigga like and it ain't gonna be nobody like at a tier under him. But like I said, it's about a feel thing. So it's like another nigga that make music that's like dope music, but it don't really give you that feeling.
I mean, so T.I.'s been now.
He could probably battle like The Game or some shit. I mean, The Game might not be like his tier. Like The Game
definitely not his tier. And I like The Game can rap, but The Game is not in T.I.'s tier. And I'm not even gonna like
see, but it's fucked up because like
entertain that conversation.
He could battle The Game now. I mean,
he would watch The Game. He would watch The Game. Like, and I'm not. Hey man, nah. Only reason I'm letting the Ross one go is because I fuck with Ross. Absolutely.
Bro, you know how many One Blood remixes it is? And all of them.
Because I'm saying here like...
No, but I'm saying all of them point though. If it's 5
like,
remixes,
how many
all of them.
Because Game, I feel like Game got just as many like...
Hate it or love it, how we do.
Mainstream hits as T.I. do.
Hold on.
Yeah, man.
Hold up, man. I'm not. Hold up.
It's hated a lot. How many automatic points do Game get off on T.I.?
Hated or love it, and One Blood might be the only two automatic points.
You know how many One Blood remixes it was?
My nigga, we not doing like 10 fucking One Blood remixes. This nigga not about to, bro. That would literally be like, yo, Hov did a versus, nigga just played Reasonable Doubt. Track 1 through 12, like nigga just dropped that. Like no, we're not doing that. One Blood, yes, I'll give you. Hate it or love it, I'll give you. Other than that, I'm not saying this. Yeah, no, it was automatic. After that, I'm not saying he got any more just like automatic points against T.I.
And see, like T.I. got, like I said, if we're talking like from a full catalog perspective, I probably like T.I.'s full catalog more than like 50's full catalog. But for 20 songs though, songs.
Well, 50's out of this conversation.
I'm not
we all got
50.
50.
No, I'm saying that to make the point, but I'm just saying like for 20 songs, like Game could.
Only Game could fight it for 20 songs.
Game could definitely.
You said you don't think he could fight?
I don't think he could fight T.I. for 20 songs. I think if Game fought T.I. for 20 songs, I think it would look real strong for 10.
Hate It, Love It, Dreams, How We Do.
So How We Do is like, that was my, when I paused.
Game could go 20, yeah.
How We Do was like not an auto win, but that is like T.I. better bring.
No,
like,
it's not an auto win, but like what's T.I.'s auto win though?
What you know. Excuse me. I mean, okay, so let me say this. Live Your Life is probably an auto win just because he probably gonna play Rihanna's part.
That shit ain't no auto win, man.
I don't think it's an auto win in the verses though.
That's definitely not no auto win.
You gotta think though. You gotta think like I get what you said, Justin, but it's like you gotta think too. Like
T.I. can play Soldier. Are we discrediting Soldier? Like
the Destiny's Child song
that he's on?
He don't even got the best verse.
That don't matter. Niggas have definitely played shit that they don't got the best part of, and they still playing it.
Cool.
That don't mean they won though.
Dead and Gone. That's
who played something that they ain't had the best verse on. Call them out. You better not say Jadakiss.
Hey, Jada got the best
because Fab play OJ. Fab definitely don't got the best verse on that shit.
Fab
nice. That was a wild era when Fab had that ad lib working. That was not it. That wasn't it at all.
Even then.
Bring Him Out.
Bring Him Out is a win.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man is probably a win.
Shoulder Lean.
No.
That was my shit though.
That was my shit.
No, these are
great.
These are auto wins.
See, I might not have had the best verse on that.
These aren't auto ones. I'm just saying, like, if we saying 20 songs, like T.I. just
keep it a bean though.
Bro, watch that nigga out.
How many songs T.I. and Young Dro been on with T.I. had a better verse than Young Dro?
0.
My man, I ain't gonna say that. No, isn't Young Dro on I'm a King?
My man, I'm clean in this bitch.
I know, but no, isn't Dro on I'm a King the remix?
Probably.
And T.I. had the better verse on that one. I ain't gonna speak for the other ones right now, but T.I. definitely got the better verse on that.
Young Dro used to say shit like Tropicana Range Rover. That shit look like he used to say like some wild color scheme shit, bro.
Hey, no, the funniest shit about Young Dro though is I'll never forget the fucking Breakfast Club interview, and Charlamagne was asking T.I. As Grand Hustle was getting bigger, and he was like, how do you think you would handle one of like these new artists who just talk about drugs and are probably taking them? And T.I. looked at Dro so side-eyed, like, nigga, what? Like, how would I handle it? You let me know.
Nigga, please.
Big shit popping.
Nah. I feel like we passed T.I.'s automatic wins. Like, he getting an automatic win for what you know. He getting an automatic win on my end for ASAP.
That's fire.
He getting an automatic win for
Rubber Band Man?
Maybe. He getting an automatic win for if he dropped 24s, he getting an automatic win.
Top Back?
Top Back is an automatic win for me.
About the Money? About the Money is fire, by the way. If he plays About the Money, that's real close to an auto win. It's not an auto win, but that's real close. About the Money is fire.
That was my shit too. I don't know. That was my shit. I don't know if that's auto win. That was my shit though.
But then I don't know. Yeah.
And I mean, but it's like, but the problem with these verses is like these niggas don't ever play the shit you think they need to play to win.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Hey man, I just shit on T.I. I'm not defending him, and I'm like, cause I
say all this to say though. I am a T.I. fan. I will always be a T.I. fan. I have no desire to see a T.I. versus.
That's fair. Who do you have a desire to see a versus of, though, if we keep it in the buck? Who's, like, actually trying to see a versus of? Because
I'm tuned into the X and Snoop shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Is that for sure? Or is that just
Wednesday.
rumor?
That's Wednesday.
Oh, that's
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I'm with that.
Hopefully they're in
the
same room.
They do in the same room.
They do see DMX trying to work a fucking computer, Instagram Live or some shit.
Yeah, no, it's
all on the screen. Like
I don't need y'all trying to make one of my top 5 rappers look horrible out here.
No,
fuck.
Swiss and Tim said they only do in the same room now because they had so much problems with the IG shit. Like they only do in the same room because they got the equipment. So
I like it.
Which is why we will not actually ever get after his little moment. Drake won't be on any of these verses because Swiss dead at that shit. So it's basically said, y'all niggas that maybe wanted to see a Drake one, he ain't coming. He ain't gonna be in. Like
I see the verses I want to see is not. I don't really want to see like rappers versus though. I want to see producers versus.
I'm trying to think what other rappers would I want to see in a versus. Like I don't think it's not.
I'm trying to see Timbaland and Pharrell shoot the fair one.
Don't nobody want beef with Pharrell.
I know that, but I
that's like I don't even want to see.
The other producers don't know that.
I think they do.
No,
Pharrell's name has not even been like. No one's even thought to be like, "Hey, yo, maybe I could go again." Oh, not that nigga. No.
When this shit first started, niggas was saying his name.
I only want to see though. Started. I only want to see at this point outside of complete fan bias. I would love like a Wale versus Cole one. That's never gonna happen, but that's just the fan in me. I would only want to see like legendary shit, like Snoop and X. Like that's legendary shit. That's dope. I'd be there for that. If you put other legendary acts against each other, that's probably the only one I want to see outside of Wale versus Cole. And Wale versus Cole is just the fan in me. I don't even care who wins. I just want to hear 40 records.
Chris would have to do a versus against a woman, right? Because he couldn't do one against no other male artists. Because it's an easy wash, right?
Unless it's Usher.
Chris versus Usher would be fire. That's legendary shit though. Those are legends.
I fuck with Breezy heavy, but look, man, when Usher get into that Confessions bag, Let It Burn bag, 8701, you remind me of a girl shit. It might get dark.
When he dropped that, You Make Me Wanna.
That's why it's like Usher is like the easy pick when you say a match for Breezy, but it's like Breezy, I don't think Breezy will want that smoke. I mean, Breezy would take the smoke, but I don't think he should.
Usher's different, man. That's like,
cause it's like Usher songs gonna hit that. Like Breezy songs was like he was a kid when like some of his hot shit was like out, when some of his fire shit. Like, Run It ain't gonna go over good when Usher get in his bag.
And Run It is fire though.
And Run It is fire.
I would, but it's Usher though. So when you get into certain acts, certain verses, like Usher has the only, I think, automatic wins in a matchup against Chris. I don't think Chris has an automatic win if you're going up against Usher.
Right. I mean, Neo and Breezy would be fire, but it's like we already seen Neo in the verses, and I don't know how like even if they just playing all of their own shit, like I think that'd be a fight. Like for either one of them, because it's like Neo got hits. Like hits.
No, definitely. Usher just. Yeah, man.
Like, but I ain't putting none of these niggas against Usher because
Usher got. Yeah, Usher's different.
It's only one nigga that won't Usher smoke, and he locked up right now.
Hey, bro. Hey, yo. Hey, no. If you can't have this conversation, I understand. So I'm gonna just hypothetically, possibly suggest it and then walk away from this conversation. But that would be fire.
I just caught on to what he was talking
That
about.
would be
You a dirty motherfucker.
that would be.
Hey man,
That's
some wild shit. Hey,
that would be the best verses ever. No bullshit.
I ain't really say shit wrong. I'm just saying, like, the only nigga that'll really give him give Usher a real fight, I feel like, is incarcerated.
Hey, yo. Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. That would be the best verses. But we're going to move on.
If you keep it a bean, like, man, Usher might not want that smoke. If
you keep it a bean, don't nobody want that smoke. That's like...
No, and I'm just, like, keeping it straight music, like, aside from all, like, the bullshit.
Hey, real quick hypothetical. I'm gonna run three hypotheticals, and y'all just let me know. And like, blowout is close. Hey, incarcerated versus Mariah.
Versus Mariah, who Carey?
Versus
Yeah.
Carey?
Yeah.
21 number one records with Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
I just got 21 number one.
I'm asking.
No, that she wanted. Like her, Mariah and Mary J, male or female, y'all want to leave them alone.
Incarcerated versus Mary J.
Mariah and Mary J, leave them alone.
I think that's a fight. I understand. I'm not saying he wins.
Against Mary J?
Incarcerated versus Mary J, that's a fight.
Fuck no.
That's a fight, meaning like you still off on a nigga then get stomped out at.
He gonna be fighting for his life.
Hey man. And then
it's fucked up because it's like he got like hits, but it's like Mary J.
We won't name it, but somebody on this podcast has recently said, not recently, but has once said he would play certain songs at his wedding.
Fact.
So I ain't trying to hear that like the nigga just getting stomped out 20-0. Like nigga would incarcerated can fight. All right, let's just leave it there.
No, he ain't getting watched up 20-0, but you know,
like
still.
Incarcerated can fight. Like there is incarcerated versus Beyonce.
If niggas go to Will wedding and niggas start playing that shit, that's when you got to get your wife and kid and be like, all right, y'all got your plates. Nigga gotta get the jacket. So
we gonna have that going on the walkthrough.
Hey yo, that's nuts.
Hey, let this nigga first dance be the fucking.
Walk in, niggas to my step, side to side.
Oh shit!
On the intro, on the walkthrough.
Hey man.
Oh fuck, bro.
Oh gosh, there's more stuff I want to get to. And I still got about like 12 to 15 minutes here. We apologize for the shorter episode for episode 1, but we had some technical difficulties, and I still got dogs to walk and shit. But to end our hip hop news, hey man, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I don't know if y'all heard, but your boy announced he's retiring after his last album.
Nigga, your boy.
Your boy said July 24th, I'm out this bitch. He said, I had a great decade. I'm going to go be a great dad now.
Oh.
Your man. The greatest white rapper of all time. You go.
Nigga said the greatest white rapper.
I still have no idea who we talking about.
How dare you disrespect that man like he not mixed and been telling us for the last 6 years.
My bad. The greatest white rapper with curly hair ever.
Drake got curly hair though.
Damn. Drake ain't curly no more. Drake got. I mean, real question.
Logic is dropping his debut album and last album.
Logic.
Called No Pressure.
Where do y'all get this information?
I got it from Twitter because he was trending, and it's a crazy time. I gotta
so you gotta figure out what niggas trending for these days.
You gotta make sure niggas ain't
Yeah, never know,
bro. I'm nervous the first time we start trending. Like,
that's gonna I'm almost willing to bet it's gonna be because you said some inappropriate shit.
If we ever trending on Twitter, my nigga. My mind is instantly like, God damn, they found this nigga's T-word and F-word clips.
Hey, I just got that. All right.
And you know you're talking about you, right?
Hey, that's fine. No, you got one of them words.
I only got it in reference to Rick Ross.
I just
Hey, man, you got...
Logic announces retirement and final album. What niggas gonna do?
The game ain't never gonna be the same.
Should go up
When
in there.
Logic retired,
retweet that shit and say finally.
Hey, where's Logic's seat? At the hip hop hierarchy table, what seat he sitting at?
He's sitting at the table with the mixed niggas.
Him and Russ at the table playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey yo, oh shit. Oh yo, hey, damn, Rush just caught a body. Rush caught a random stray.
That wasn't random though.
Oh fuck. Hey man.
How many times y'all think he gonna mention being half black and half white on his album?
How many songs you got?
12 tracks on there?
What is the album called? Like biracial or some shit?
No pressure.
No pressure. You gonna talk about the pressures of being biracial?
Hey yo.
The lack thereof.
Hey yo.
There's this nigga dropped there. Hey man, look, Logic, get your money and get out the game, bro. I respect it.
He Justin talking crazy. He in Los Angeles, California.
Nigga, all these niggas having homes in LA.
If these niggas run down on you, yo.
You definitely too tall to be getting beat up by rappers, though.
You definitely too tall for a lot of shit, though.
That's a fact. Hey man.
Imagine niggas press Justin like on camera. He's just standing like against the wall with the dingiest outfit on.
Hey man, I just hope everybody listening. I hope y'all friends is just as supportive of you as mine are. Like, niggas ain't never believed in me, man. It's all good though.
Look,
we here.
You know we supportive because I promise you, if you get on this bitch, say you hit us one day like, yo, me and my girl, like we over with. I'ma roast the fuck out you.
You better not bring that shit to the podcast. You better tell us in the group chat like the day of the podcast, so by the time the pod come back around, we got it out of our system.
Hey yo,
that would have been fumbled at an alarming rate. Somebody said, hell no, I sent y'all that tweet. that Cameron tweet.
Oh yeah.
What
Hey,
about Jim Jones?
Speaking of that's our next topic, which I want to preface. We're trying to be good here. Prayers to Megan Thee Stallion. Hope that she has a speedy recovery and there was nothing fatal or long-standing about her injuries.
I hope the allegations ain't true.
But yo, what the fuck? Like, if you needed like a random ass story, what'd you call it, Tony? It's a wild episode of 2020. Like this bitch is season 3, episode 9. Like you thought she was about to. It's like, all right, cool. Some places are reopening. Like, all right, some shit's about to start getting cool again. Pick up, and you just get this mad, wild storyline off to the side. You're like, my nigga, what happened? For anybody not familiar, Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion were together with the Kardashians, and then they weren't with the Kardashians. And apparently Tory's car, SUV, was pulled over by the cops. They found a concealed gun, I believe, is what they called it. I'm calling this all hypothetically because if 2020's taught me anything, I don't believe police reports. So theoretically, a concealed weapon, and then they classified originally Meg as a victim. Now, I originally took this as, and this might be fucked up, but I took it as if they cool, Meg's not going to throw him under the bus, right? It's not going to be like, yo, like this nigga was wild, like he had a gun. I took it as that's how you legally don't snitch while confirming you were there. And then that was Monday, I believe, or Tuesday. And then it came out today, recording here on Thursday, June 16th or July 16th, whatever the fuck day. And supposedly now it was Tory, Meg, another woman. Meg was leaving the car and Tory shot her. This shit don't make no sense. This is like a wild ass episode, sideline story. Like what? Tony, take it away, man. It's like, what you want me to say?
Nigga, no.
Like,
Tony, take it away.
That was your moment. You're supposed to step up.
No, I'm not. I don't know what's happening. All I gotta say, man, is like I said, I hope the allegations ain't true because that's some crazy shit.
And why all they do is bring up Tory 5'2". Like,
nigga took a
3-1-20.
Nigga took an inch away from Doug.
Like they said,
no, his mother they had his whole little profile jet up there. They say 5'3", 120.
That's a fact. I was like, yo, why y'all put him on blast like that?
That's kind of wild. Like 5'3", 120. You're a little itty bitty nigga. Like a little, you're a pipsqueak.
Hey yo,
motherfucking Poindexter.
Oh yeah, that's what else we ain't talk about either.
Like I said though, man, like don't be surprised. Don't ever be surprised by what a nigga that buy hair do.
See, but that's wild because like Dog did that shit and he been running around like it's his. Well, I mean,
he bought it.
Technically, it's his. He paid for the Safari joint, but damn. Still.
It's Safari.
Tory Lanez, Tiger, Deion Sanders, and Safari like all have one thing in common. Never thought I'd say those words.
Whitlock too. Fat ass Whitlock got the same thing.
Oh yeah, Whitlock
and Nick Wright.
And then he had a flat top.
And Nick Wright.
Oh yeah, Nick Wright coming through looking like Gordon Hayward.
nigga, Nick Wright look like you got a black barber all of a sudden.
Man,
that shit is wild. Like y'all niggas just like Monday. Don't come to work bald headed on Monday and Tuesday. You come in this bitch with a
niggas ain't even building it gradually. Like they just coming back.
Yeah, y'all ain't acting like man. We've been through quarantine and shit. I'm getting rough out of y'all niggas. Monday you ain't got no hair. Tuesday you got a fro.
Niggas coming through with a boosie one day and dreads the next. Shit is crazy.
That's you remember when Fetty Wap got hot and shit. Fetty Wap had a mini fro or some shit when he came out. Next thing you know, this nigga got dreads.
They got a tape, but then he had Chief Keef's.
Yeah, so they say he bought his dreads from some chick.
Fuck. Moral of the story is hanging around the Kardashian Jenners can only result in bad things.
That's
not only that, but they ain't gonna never be involved in none of it.
That's a fact.
They keep on saying an unidentified woman is the third woman. They ain't gonna tell you it was Kylie.
Kylie got $1 billion. She ain't never gonna show up in the police report.
Man, look.
She ain't ever gonna show up in the police report.
The devil works hard. Ray J works harder, but Kris Jenner works harder.
She the truth.
Hey man. There's more shit I wanted to talk about. Like I said, unfortunately, just due to time constraints, technical difficulties, we're not going to get to everything.
Y'all saying the Nick Cannon shit? I know we ain't gonna get to everything.
That's what I wanted to bring up next. But I'm actually, when we discuss it next week, we should get some of the fallout as well, which I'll be kind of excited to see and be able to kind of react to what is going to happen. I think it's more interesting than what people are giving it credit for as far as like the fallout / outcome, because you're going to see not even just necessarily like the racial component of it, but like Nick owns $1 billion brand. He might be hired by people and they might be distributing, but Nick owns essentially $1 billion brand, and he's gonna have a different fight than just like an average person or even like a average creator who doesn't own their shit is gonna have. Because he pays, Viacom distributes, but Nick owns.
The first thing I said is he can take that shit to either Diddy over there on Vault or one of these fucking streaming shits like I mean, I don't know how easy or difficult it'll be to put some shit like that on Tidal. I know they already do like the live podcast or some shit like that, or even like Hulu do weekly releases or something like that. But I'm like, shit, take it to somewhere that's black on. Take it to fucking Tidal. Take it to Revolt.
No, Revolt makes a lot of sense, especially because
bring it to a little thing called Hard File Network. We can work out.
Nah, dude, I don't want that because I ain't got no negotiating power against Nick.
We can work out a little bit.
I don't need none. We can sign a year deal. Wait till we blow up.
Work out a little percentage cut.
Hey, yo. Hey, that'd be nuts. Like, how y'all niggas get on? Yo, Nick. Hey, nah, to be fair, though. To be fair.
What niggas gonna do when we get on Wild and Out? You got your bars ready, Justin? When Wild Style come on?
Hey, no, what's more fucked up? Like, I got Nick Cannon's cousin's phone number. Like I know that nigga. Like, I worked with him for like 2 years. There's no bullshit.
Get him on the pod.
Yo, my shit is like, there you go. Like, I dead ass, no, and it's fucked up because.
Didn't your grandparents babysit Drake Kirkpatrick?
Absolutely. My great grandparents did. Yeah, no, I know niggas, man. Niggas need to start giving me my shit.
Who do you know though?
I know the people who babysat Drake Kirkpatrick.
You know Nick Cannon's cousin. You don't know Nick Cannon. You know the people.
I know Nick Cannon's cousin.
You know who babysat Drake Kirkpatrick. You don't know Drake Kirkpatrick though.
But that nigga owe me some money.
Nigga said.
Nigga got a 4 year.
Uncle's baby's father.
Just to the definition, I know somebody that knows somebody.
I know a place.
Nigga definitely I know a guy, motherfucker.
Hey, man. Hey, excuse me. With that being said, don't forget to go check out the show, Real Big 3, Episode 1. This will be on not only wherever you listen to podcasts, but officially its own YouTube channel as well. So that the video will be up on Saturday, audio and everything up Friday, or as you are hearing it now. Excuse me. Don't forget to go on Twitter, Instagram, follow at Heartfelt Network, at WillBell_MVO, at I Talk About 9080, Heartfelt Network on Instagram. There's a Facebook page too, which I'm trying to do something with. Don't go to that one yet. It's still kind of ugly, but I'm gonna make that bitch look pretty in like a week or two. And
After daylight.
Yo, that was nuts. I don't even watch battle rap like that, but that shit was nuts. That was like, I'd have left. Like mid-battle. Like that nigga would have got real close to me, I'd have left.
That shit was crazy.
Like, hey, yo, I'm out. He won.
That was crazy. And it's only fucked up because, like, the other nigga got crazy, too. Like, Tay-Rock was, like, rapping in that shit. It, like, was just different.
That's a fact.
Like, extremely different.
But, yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everyone that was listening. And we will be back next Friday.
Thursday.
Nigga, they hear us on Friday.
We'll be back next week, though.
That's, hey, man. And we out.
Yeah.
I always got to be the voice of reason.